Hello, I've been taking Paul McWhorter's AI for Everyone class, and we're on lesson 11, creating track bars. Paul showed us how to do that. This is the homework for it. He gave us a homework of using track bars to resize the screen as well as move the frame and the X position on the screen or on the monitor. So I guess Paul was taking it easy on us today because it was a pretty easy assignment. So let's get to what my code looks like. So basically just had to create the two track bars, one for the size of the frame and one for the starting position in the X, so for the frame. Of course, we needed to create a window for our track bars, so that was pretty simple. And basically, the rest of it's cut and paste from the other one from the start. Paul did mention that we were going to have to calculate our height using because the webcam's in a 16:9 frame or size ratio. As you can see, I actually didn't even put a height and a width up there because I decided to do everything right in the callback. So we'll gotta just bring in the width from the value we bring in and then calculate the height and then just set the frame camera width and height using that. I realized when I was messing around with the track bars that when you create them, when you run that first create line, that it does do the callback immediately. So I was able to leave them out of the sets out of here and just move them up to here. That way I didn't have to worry about initial values for them because they would automatically get this 640 for the value up here, and that's all we need to calculate our height. And then for the second one, we're just doing a start X. We're just creating a variable for our X, and then down here we're just moving our webcam to the place we need it. I forgot to mention that instead of putting the track bars on the side where they get covered up while we were sliding back and forth, I put the track bars at the very top and then moved the main frame down 150 pixels so that they wouldn't interfere with each other. Like I said, it's fairly straightforward. Show it running. So we got track bars and we can move it side to side real easy. We can also change the size. I noticed something when I was changing the size is it jumps from size to size. It doesn't go evenly. So I just moved it 1/4 inch on the track bar and it didn't move at all. Another 1/4 inch and it moves, but then moved to 1/2 inch that time and it didn't move. So I could see what it was doing, but I just wanted to make sure what it was doing. So I decided to add a couple lines of code on a different one. So this is basically exactly the same, but I was in the docs and I saw that not only can you set the cam, but you can also get values, the same values from the cam. So I added a call in the callback. I added after I set them, I went ahead and immediately get whatever the frame width and the frame height is. And because I could tell that it wasn't the exact numbers we were trying to give it. So I just did that and printing it out at the down at the bottom of the screen. So this should work exactly the same. Okay, the only difference is that now we can show us that still works, but we're just moving this a little bit. So we're printing out our sizes down here, so you can see that our width should be 640 and we got 707 up here. So now it's an 848 by 480. It stays like that all the way up for a while, and then it goes to the 960 by 540. So I kind of figured that's what was happening, is that there's common image sizes that are used in video sizes. So I guess that it rounds to the nearest common size that we do, that figures that we want. And here's 640 by 360. Go down a couple. There's a 424 by 240. You can say they're common numbers. There's a 320 by 180. But I noticed that when we get down to the little one, you can see that the ratio of the screen changed as well. And if you look at it down here, we got a 160 by 120. That's no longer the 16 by 9 frame rate. Evidently, there's not a small image size that is in the 16 by 9 format, or at least it doesn't look like it's picking it up as a one. So it actually picks the closest one that's in the 4 by 3 format. So I thought that was interesting. Just add a couple lines of code just to make sure I understood what it was doing. Anyhow, like I said, it was a fairly easy one. Didn't even get to finish my whole cup of coffee. I still got half a cup of coffee left working on it. So I want to thank Paul again for all his hard work, and hope to see what he comes up with next. Talk to you later.